everybody. We'll do the same drill as last week, please. So we'll take questions in the room first, and then we'll take questions on the Zoom before the embargo. We'll do the same in the embargo, so questions in the embargo and then on the Zoom. Questions on the Zoom, please use the raise hand function now, so we know to come to you. Show of hand in the room, please, guys, if you have a question.
Good afternoon, Pep. Pep, the situation in Ukraine appears to be worsening every day. I just wonder, how is Alexander Zinchenko? He's obviously come out this week and saying that being silent on the issue is in itself a crime. How is he doing, and how are the club continuing to support him this week?
Well, so of course, he's concerned. And as long as the wars go through, will get worse and worse and worse. So we know it, and of course he's involved incredibly in his country doing projects and many things. And yeah, he sometimes updates us what is the situation. He knows better than anyone else because I have family there. And the situation, of course, is getting worse. And with this kind of situation, so already 8-9 days, and I think unfortunately will be longer.
How important is it that the Premier League shows that solidarity with Ukraine this weekend?
Yeah, it's so important, but at the end, it's just a gesture. So don't belong to the Premier League all around the world for the countries that personally or collective do something for that. So the politicians are there to avoid these kind of things. And when it happens, it's because they are failures, but completely failures. So the politicians are there to avoid those kind of things. And it happens because they are not able to do it. And always it's not for the flag. It's not for a piece of land. It's for just money. What happened in Syria, Afghanistan, Yugoslavia, and everything. Innocent people died because two people, above. It's for the money. But the money is not involved, it's not worth. And it still happen, unfortunately, these days. And it's already 8 days, 9 days when I started this war, and yeah, they can NATO and European organizations and so on, but at the end, they are failures, completely failures.
And just one on the football, if I may. It's your first Manchester derby against Ralf Rangnick. How different a proposition are they now from the team you faced in the previous derby in November?
Well, the idea, I would say the idea from Ralf Rangnick is the tendency already in the Premier League. So many teams want to play in that way. So Ralf Rangnick is like a father of this gegenpressing, of these transitions and play inside. And we see that with Liverpool, with Southampton, with JC Marks in Leeds, a little bit with the details, Chelsea with Thomas Tuchel, but Thomas Tuchel play a little more wider with the wingbacks, but it's a tendency. So most of the clubs, or here in England, 5 or 6 teams are playing in this way. So and important ones like Liverpool, United, Chelsea, Southampton is doing incredible well, and Leeds now. So yeah, the work has done in Germany is exceptional. Leipzig created proper school, the Leipzig Red Bull from Austria, and New York Red Bull. All the teams play the same philosophy, and yeah, I think he came here to try to install it, and you see some patterns that what he want to do.
Hi, Pat. It's 10 years ago this year that Aguero scored the goal that won City the title. Since then, City and United have gone on quite different paths. City with a lot of success, United not so much. What have you made of the last decade and the two clubs and the route they've gone?
Wow, we need 1 hour to explain what we have done Man City, what I've done Man United. I don't know because I'm not there and it's not my business. So I think Man City follow a pattern. So we want to play in this way and try to buy the players. And I think the managers, every manager has his own, of course, way. And what I'm proud of the most is success. not just with me, when our people here together, it's not as long as it means from Abu Dhabi, since of course Farhan and Chiki and Brian Marwood and all the people was there before. You know, maybe Farhan and Chiki, the same idea, and at the end, step by step, they build something that it doesn't matter what happen. We try to win our games and impose our football, and you lose and win like everything is exposed to that. But the idea when I play, nothing changed much. That is made me proud, honestly, made me proud to be here.
Are you surprised at United's lack of relative success?
It's not my business. I'm not there. I don't know. I cannot give an opinion.
Given that both teams have something to play for, City the title, United the top four, are you expecting a really, perhaps one of the most competitive Manchester derbies you've had whilst being here
Tomorrow? That's it, tomorrow?
on Sunday?
All the time United has been it doesn't matter, he's fighting for the titles. For the when we played final Champions League with Sir Alex, right now these years, like last year we're compete to be champion, or the last years being into for always have a massive respect for the history they have, for the quality the players they have, and it doesn't matter what happen, always have a lot of respect, a lot. It doesn't matter with the previous manager, now with Ralph Ragnick, so have a lot of respect the players they have.
Can I check on team news for Sunday? We saw a couple of players come off at Peterborough. Is everybody fit?
Nathan and Ruben are not available from Sunday.
Is there any other issues in the squad?
The rest, I think they are ready. Cole Palmer is feel better. Hopefully can restart to training with us next days, and the rest good.
Okay. Just lastly for me, this fixture in recent years has perhaps favoured the away teams. There's been more away wins than home wins. Is there a specific reason for that? And is that something you need to fix on Sunday?
No, I don't have a specific reason. No, that's true. We won a lot in there, more than here, but no specific reason. So it happened. But in all the games, we were more proposed and we were punishing the counter-attack, like it's the better strength and the quality from United when they can run with Cristiano, with Elanga, with Rashford, with Jadon Sancho, contact Bruno Fernandes with them, so they are unstoppable. So they are faster, quicker, and that's why we're going to defend for the first time deeper and use a counter-attack in 90 minutes.
Hi, Pat. You talk about the history of United, and there's been this great rivalry between the two clubs. They've not come close to you really on the pitch since you came to England. Do you think about them any differently now when you're preparing for games than you did, say, when you first got here in 2016?
No. I know how important is the derby for our fans, for the people. But at the end, we don't play to win the derby. We win the derby to help us to win the Premier League. So this is the reason why. So nothing changed. So I want to win it because I know how close our opponent they are. You have to win almost nearly all the games to be champion, and we know exactly what you have to do in that term. So, but it's not for the pleasure to win, and that's all. So we win this game. The previous seasons we lost against United at home and we win the Premier League, so it's okay. I will thank right now to lose on Sunday and win the Premier League. So it's not Carabao Cup when we play against them and it's knockout, or maybe in Champions League it's happened, or maybe in the FA Cup. That is it's really a game. So just play a game. What they do, try to do it. Good vibe, good energy on the pitch, and of course, I don't see the table from United is 90 points behind us or whatever. So when I see them, I said, okay, they do this, they're good because they are, and that's all.
But is it important to sort of strip out any emotions of the derby and play the team that are 19 points behind you?
No, I just it happened in the past. So football must be played with emotion, otherwise it will be boring. So it must be played with energy and passion, but you have to control your emotions. And this is the most important thing.
As it were you expecting the derby to be more fierce over the years?
More
Fierce, with more sort of
angry.
Because it seems like it's in it's the build up to a massive game this week, and everything feels quite calm. I don't know whether that speaks to the points difference between you and United, or where both clubs are at the moment.
But we play against teams that they are 6 points behind, 3 points behind, or 25 points behind or 30 points behind, so it's not a point. So the truth in the Premier League in the last years, we were in front a lot of points every season. So when you start the season, I said, do you expect that? I would say no. So in part because we're doing really, really, really well. So I think Ole last season make an incredible campaign, compete until the end, but we were exceptional. So that's why, but they make an incredible job. So United, you see the players up front in the middle with experience with Paul Pogba, with Matic, for example, energy with Fred, and the speed we have in the sides, the strength of defender, come on, Varane, Maguire, and Lindelof, they have experience. So all of them, even the depth bench that they have. So I see this. I don't see 19 points, or I don't know how many points we have. I don't see the points. That is, I don't care. And I know we can win and we can lose, but today we work on that. What do you have to do to beat them? The way we have to play. The way we have to play. We are good about, read the situations in every moment. And this is what we try to do, knowing that is different managers last season, that you start to see, to realize what they want to do. They are more aggressive up front. There are moments they press so intense, sometimes they drop, and when the ball is in the sides, the runners, deep runners, continue deep runners, and they have quality to do this. We cannot say the people up front, they are not a good deep runners. They are maybe the best alongside maybe Liverpool and the people, especially Mount, Pulisic, Havertz, so like Chelsea, they are fantastic. So we know it and we have to control it.
Can you just ask another one about Diaz? You say on Tuesday that it was a leg injury?
Yeah, muscular. Hamstring.
Yeah. So hamstrings could be a month, 6 weeks. Is it going to be a long one?
4-6 weeks, yeah.
And how that must be that's a big blow for you, obviously. But
yeah, but it happened during the season. Maybe one of the best players some seasons was 8-9 months out, like Kevin. So I wouldn't love it. We need him a lot. Ruben is massively important, but it's not there. I'm not going to cry. The problem is, okay, Nathan is injured again, but I think it's less, but we have just 2 central defenders, but it's what it is. So during the season, it happened. And we have 15 players available, but we have 15 players the last month, or the people say we were lucky with COVID, so we have 14, 15 players like the last, I don't know how many months. So it's what it is. And with these players, we're going to fight, or we're going to try to play good. To us, a fight. It's impossible to fight if you don't play good. So that's why we have to try to play good, to make a good behaviors and movements and win the game with our people. And hopefully our people can support us as always do.
When you look at United's season this season, do you prepare for this game fearing the best United that they could be, or do you look at games when they've been not at the best and think that's a weakness I can exploit?
I see the weakness points they have. I see the strength point they have, but I see this is a easy game. I'm not going to sleep well. So to sleep well, I have to feel the feeling that wow. Always I see the best of them, the best. But when they don't have the ball, I try to find the weaknesses that they have. But of course, always I think the best version of all of them. Otherwise, I would do a mistake. We will be confused. With Peterborough, I have to tell them the strength they have, the pitch, set pieces, and we saw in this FA Cup how strong teams playing in Champions League, they are out. If they score in the throw in the first minutes, the second half, like they had the chance to score a goal, concede a goal, I don't know what would happen. I don't know. So everyone has to be prepared. The defender has to know the winger, they will dribble him, and have to be ready. Otherwise, the opponents are too good.
And the best version of United you've seen this season, can you pinpoint a game?
No, now the version is I'm watching Ralf Rangnick. It's not necessary to see what happened with Ole before because new manager, and they didn't win maybe much out of game, but they didn't lose few. They score most of the times away, and yeah, it's a team when they can run more than normal or more than against us will be difficult because they are too good. So they can play, but they're waiting, the mistake, we are not in the right position, and after they are quicker,
Hi, Pep. You just said that football has to be played with emotions, otherwise it would be a bit boring. Isn't it important then to enjoy the noise that you might be in the stadium on Sunday. Of course, the points are the same against Man United or let's say Brighton, but for the fans, it's more special.
Yeah,
against Man
of
United.
course it is. I live derbies in Spain. What does it mean play against Madrid and Germany against Dortmund or wherever, and here against United? Of course, it's special for them. We know it, but the people will be there if we give them. So we have to give them first, and after, of course, they will be with us. But we have to give them first.
We'll take a question from Anita Jones on Zoom before we go to the embargo.
Hi, Pep.
Hi.
So you recently spoke about the obsession with player statistics and that for you, it's more so about whether they've actually played well or not. Since joining Manchester City, you've overseen 15 Manchester derbies across all competitions. Your sides have won 7, drawn 2 and lost 6. I wanted to know, do you adapt that same approach when viewing how your various sides have performed in that fixture, or do the stats in that particular case actually matter?
Well, I said many times when we won a run with 12, 14, 18 games in a row, so saying it's a new game, so I don't see what happened in the past. Or I didn't see in this amount of games, always who was in front of them. And we finished champion the 3 times in 5 years. So this is what counts in the knockout stage. In the Carabao Cup 2 times, we were in the final and we won it. So it's not about play a competition against them. Maybe for the fans, I understand it is a special game for the history, like in 80s, 19s, always, especially 90s and early 2000s. So United, through Sir Alex Ferguson and his people, so control and dominate the Premier League. And I understand for the fans, many was there. But I don't come here to win specific United. I will be, of course, I will be incredibly satisfied to help me to be close to fight until the end to win the Premier League. This is the reason why. It's not about individual statistics about them. If they beat them, okay, congratulations, celebrate it, and know exactly the reason why they beat us and try to impose our game. This is the point.
I wanted to ask you about Phil Foden, because it's 3 goals in his last 5 games, 2 assists in your FA Cup tie against Peterborough. After the game, when Jack Grealish was speaking to the media, he said that he and Foden have been watching video clips of Messi. So I wanted to know, did you find anything about Foden's assist for Grealish's goal reminiscent of the Messi you'd seen when you were at Barcelona?
Well, my advice is continue to watching Messi. It's not bad. Anytime, if the permission.
Great, thank you. All the best of luck.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Natalie, we'll take a question with you before the embargo.
Hi, Pep.
Hi.
During your career, you faced sides with Cristiano Ronaldo loads of times. And there's always a lot of talk around him and everything he does or he doesn't do. So do you see him a very different player from other times you faced him?
Have been one of the greatest in the last 15 years alongside Messi. What these 2 guys have done, we're not going to see it again. So when you achieve these kind of things, you are under scrutiny every single second of your life. And today, I'm sorry, with the social media, you are involved in the social media, more scrutiny than you have. So that is natural. If you hide behind the scenes, it's just football, well, you will be less. But he was too good. And of course, as a finisher, is an exceptional top player. I'm not going to discuss. It was a joy to watch him these years, and of course, we have to explode, our game, our strength to avoid Cristiano close to the box or near to the box, because that is almost unstoppable. So I remember the game we played there when he played here first game. We were under control 1-0. Perfect. First time arrive, chance, like Eddie make an incredible save. Didn't touch the ball before, who to score. And he is the quality and ability that he has. You have to control him, but yeah. So when you are, you are one of the greatest that he was in terms of especially and goal score machine. Always. You will be in that. But I think he's so strong mentally and he handled this pressure without a problem. but he lived, this expectation all his career, and now we respond in a positive way.